To make the stand, I'm using paint stir sticks. I'm going to use one 1 gallon stir stick and then one regular size stir stick. If you don't have any stir sticks, you could substitute with the Dollar Tree wood rollers, or you can make it a little different and use one of these wood signs. I do have a video under DIY candle / planter stand. Shows you how to take all this off. Or if you want to make it bigger, you can use one of these wood signs with a stake. You can stick it in the ground, make it a little bigger. For the stand, I'm going to use the gallon stick. It is going to be tabletop decor, so I don't want it too tall. I measured it at 12.5 inches. I'm going to use my handsaw to cut it, and with the stick that I have left, I'm going to use as a base to glue on the stick to. For the base, I'm going to use the width of my fabric ruler and measure it out so that each side of the base, when the stand is glued on, are equal. So I'm going to cut right there. I'm going to use some 60 grit sandpaper to sand the ends of the base, and when gluing on your stand to the base, make sure you're using the end that is the straightest so that when you glue it on, it sits on there perfectly. When making the arm of your stand, you want to consider what your arm is going to be, what's going to be hanging from your arm. Make sure that the stand is tall enough, and make sure that the arm is long enough to hang whatever it is you're hanging from it. I'm just using this for table decor, so I'm going to use a piece of the poster board, foam board from Dollar Tree, so it doesn't need to hold, it's not going to be that heavy. However, say you want to use a chalkboard, hang from it, you want to make sure that the stand's tall enough and that the arm is long enough to hold it, and that it can support the weight of it. For the arm of my stand, I got it measured out at 8.5 inches. I don't want it too long, and I'm going to use the part where the handle is on the stir stick to glue onto the other stir stick. And I'm going to use my handy dandy handsaw to cut it. Now that I got all my pieces cut, I'm going to give them a light sand and wipe them down. Then I'm going to paint them with some Craft Smart in white. I'm going to paint them before I glue them together. Okay, I'm gonna figure out where I want my little paint stir stick to sit on here. About there. I'm gonna mark it. Don't forget. I'm gonna glue that there. And for my sign, my pumpkin for sale sign, I'm just using, this is a piece of poster foam board from Dollar Tree. Plan is to make it have a chalkboard look. I'm going to paint it black, smear some white on there, give it like a chalky look. So I just need to figure out how big I want this. Here. I will measure it out for you guys, just in case somebody wants to skip all this. About here. Yeah, there we go. So now I'm going to just make some straight lines so I can get a straight cut. I'm horrible at cutting straight lines, so when I have a straight flat edge, I will line both my ruler up straight across that, so I know it's going to be straight. I get a straight line. See, like that. And then same with this. I do up here. There we go. I'm going to take, ouch, cutting this poster foam board. If you have an X-Acto or utility knife, these cut best. So if you have a utility knife or an X-Acto, I recommend using these to cut it. If it's straight, that's all right. Okay. Need to line this up. Oh, yeah, looks fine. Maybe perfect. Maybe. Okay, so this is gonna go right there, like that. Cut out 2 little spots to hang it around here. I'm gonna put them up there, about there. And I'm just going to use my X-Acto again. For painting my sign, I'm using Apple Barrel craft paint in black. That's dried off. While it was drying, I was practicing on an extra piece of styrofoam. I painted it black, and then I was testing out ways to put the white on it. And I'm pretty happy with this look. I just want the sign to look like a chalkboard. You know how it has like the white chalky look to it. So I'm going to use paper towel and put a little bit of paint on there. And if you mess up, it's totally fine. You can just paint over. So don't stress. I'm going to just then use that to knock them out how I had intended it to. Now it looks splotchy, but it's okay. Should have worked in smaller areas. Use some black paint. Go over it. Maybe it was because my black paint was wet. Let's try it again. Another piece. Or maybe because my paintbrush was wet. Probably was it. I was working with wet paint. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's starting to look more like a chalkboard. Anybody got any tips on how to get a chalkboard look? I've never done this. What I did was I dipped my paintbrush in some water. Let's see. There. Looks good. I like that look. See, all I'm doing is dipping my paintbrush in my paint water. and just putting streaks. And then I'm going to use my paper towel and just wipe it off. Like I said, if the outcome isn't how you like, it's just paint it black again. Start from scratch. Kind of like this. I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna let this dry. I think I should probably fix my holes again. I got that uncovered. There we go. You see that? Looks pretty cool. I'm gonna let my paint around my holes dry so I can do the rope. Put the rope on it. So I'm waiting for my little chalkboard sign to dry. I'm going to put my stand together. I'm going to glue the arm on, and then I'm going to glue the stand onto the base. When gluing the stand onto the base, remember to use the straightest edge of your stand that you have so that it sits down perfectly onto your base. To glue it, I'm going to use E6000 and my hot glue. Oh, that just melted it. Great. Make sure you... Oh, that was hot. Okay, so I'm not liking the way the stand is standing. Definitely needs another support on the base. So I'm going to use another paint stick and I'm going to glue the base onto there. I'm going to use... There we go. Okay, so I'm going to sand it down. While I'm waiting for my second base to dry, I'm going to get my sign put on. Again, this is just regular jute rope. I think this is actually a little thicker than the ones they sell at Dollar Tree. Just a little bit thicker. I'm going to slide the rope through the hole, leave a little bit on the end so that I can tie a knot. Just one knot should do. I'm gonna leave a little bit excess because I'm gonna wrap the jute around a couple times on the arm. That's gonna look like that. There's so many bugs out here. Mosquitoes are tearing me up. I gotta hurry and get inside. I'm getting attacked by mosquitoes, you guys. See, I'm gonna do like that crisscross look if I can do it. Attempt to get the crisscross look. Might have to glue this side down. I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh well. All right. Wrap it about. I think I wrapped it 3 times. Cut my rope. And glue it. I'm literally getting eaten by mosquitoes right now. Michigan and our mosquitoes. Horrible. I need to make sure I got the same amount of rope as I do on this side, so one don't sit higher than the other. This is a little tricky part. main thing is just to make sure that your right here is straight across. Got it straight. So again, I'm just sorry if it's hard for you guys to see. Put the bead of glue down and wrap it about 3 times. Then cut. Mosquitoes are out bad. Like I'm getting eaten up. I'm actually going to cut these a little shorter so I don't have to worry about gluing those down in the front. There we go. Glue that right there. That right there. As you can see, that's how it'll sit. This is dry enough, so I'm going to glue this on, and I'm going to use hot glue to glue it down. Try to get it as center as I can. Oh, that's way better. It's got more support. There. See? Now it stands. You can't really see it, but there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe.